joining us. This is a somber day, another somber day for the MTA. It's with a heavy heart that Tony Utano and I are here again in the aftermath of vicious attacks on New Yorkers in the subway system. There were, as you probably know by now, 5 serious incidents this morning, at least 4 of which occurred on the Lexington Avenue line where customers were slashed and robbed. The first of which happened right here at Union Square around 4:30 a.m. this morning. This is in addition to multiple attacks yesterday in the system that occurred within just hours of each other. Our customers and our employees cannot tolerate this level of violence in our system, especially as riders return. We're carrying 2.2 million customers on subways, a pandemic high. And over 1 million customers on buses, and those numbers are growing. That is good news. We're also going to be restoring here at Union Square and throughout the whole subway system 24-hour 7 service, which is great news for New Yorkers, beginning on Monday, May 17th. We've been loud and clear about what we need, pressing the mayor and the city for months for additional resources, full-time uniformed police officers, and mental health resources in the subways. City Hall cannot continue to bury its head in the sand any longer, to keep ignoring the reality of what our customers and employees face every day across the system, especially at such a critical time in the city's recovery. Frankly, ignoring that is irresponsible. It's a very special moment in the city's history as the city begins to recover from the pandemic. And it's critical that those not riding transit, including New Yorkers and tourists, have confidence in the system that we're providing a safe and secure environment. We need an immediate injection of police officers on platforms and on subway cars to deter attacks like the ones that New Yorkers experienced this morning, and to protect our customers and employees. It's equally as important, as we said throughout, that mental health resources are provided as well to better support vulnerable people experiencing homelessness and mental health crises in their lives. New York's most vulnerable people deserve better. And as a transit agency, we don't have the resources or expertise to provide the services that emotionally disturbed New Yorkers need. People need to feel safe while riding the subways, buses, and commuter rails of the MTA, period, full stop. Or else they won't come back to transit, which will depress and hinder the region's economic recovery from this grueling pandemic. To be clear, this is not a comment on the NYPD, who we thank both leadership and rank-and-file police officers for their service. This issue lands squarely on the steps of City Hall. The mayor must listen to what New Yorkers want and what they're telling us. 75% of respondents to our latest survey, 75% of customers riding subways and buses now say that their most immediate and first order priority concern is crime and harassment in the subways. And more than 3/4 of those surveyed say they feel assured when they see uniformed police officers in the subway system, on a platform, on a subway car. We can't, and clearly the TWU, our employees, represented by Tony Utano, who I'll turn to in just a minute, feel the same way. We can't keep standing by as these incidents occur over and over again to our customers and employees. And we can't pretend that they're anomalies when we know differently. We need real action, immediate action, and meaningful support from our city partners. We need to work together for the safety of all New Yorkers, MTA customers, and employees. We can't let this happen. With that, I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Tony Utano, President of Local 100.
So just what I've been saying all along, and it's sad that I have to stand here again, but now it's happening. It's not only my members that are getting attacked, it's the public that's getting attacked. And here you have a mayor, since last Sunday, there's been 15 instances of assaults with razors and knives and people getting slashed. and he's standing in front of the hamburger place saying, hey, get a hamburger, and making videos, thinking this is a big joke. This is our families that are riding the subway. This is my members that are operating that subway. We need the police. We need the police presence. We need them there. We need them visible in uniform. So these accidents that occur, it's really not anymore about the crime, the criminal, the victim. This is all about de Blasio doesn't want to step up and do the right thing. Well, you know what? He's got blood on his hands. Because these people, my members, come to my office and I see them, I should send them to his office to see what they're going through. They're going through hell, and it ain't right. New Yorkers, we all deserve better. We deserve to get on that subway and go where we need to go safely. We're going through a pandemic, it's still here. My members have gone through a lot, and now we're still going through a lot. And I don't know, I really don't know what to tell this mayor, but I do have one thing that I'd like to say to him. And this is coming from me and TW and my members. Why don't you just resign? Why don't you just give up your job? You don't care, obviously. You got 6 more months to go, right? And you don't care. So give it to somebody who cares and is going to do the right thing. Thank you.
Endorsement. Do you think it's appropriate to be his case by weighing in on the mayoral race?
Look, Danielle, this is about customers and employees. We survey our customers regularly. The latest survey says that of those riding transit, crime and harassment is their #1 concern. A week ago, yesterday, Tony Utano and I were outside Jamaica Hospital after visiting one of his employees who suffered a horrific injury in a slashing incident. This isn't about the MTA, it's about our customers and our employees. And clearly, given the string of slashing incidents this morning on the Lexington Avenue line, the city needs to do more in terms of police officers and mental health resources immediately.
Hey, open back up 24/7 on Monday. What is planned for when it gets to be, when people want to stay on the trains? Like, what are you guys going to be doing differently?
Well, look, people will not have to leave the system. There are, because of the closure no longer being in effect, but there are rules in place that you can be in the system only to be transported. You can't just linger in the system. That's a rule that was put in place. We're going to be enforcing that. We are confident that we're going to be able to continue to disinfect the stations and the subway cars. We've become more efficient at that, and we will deploy resources as necessary. We're incredibly excited about moving back to 24/7, especially since the governor has lifted strictures that were imposed during the height of the pandemic. 24/7 is something we're really excited about.
What kind of help are they offering? In what capacity do you guys work together to deal with the issue of, people who need to stop sleeping on subways?
Yeah, look, the DRC is under contract to the city of New York. They have reported, Commissioner Banksy reported that 800 homes they have been placed in shelter. That is good news. It's unclear how many of those individuals continue in shelter, but clearly more has to be done, and the focus has to be on emotionally disturbed people who are perpetrating the terrible incidents that the system experienced this morning, the attacks on Tony Utano's workers, including Mr. Deitch, who was hospitalized at the hospital. Thank you.
More and more, but how you doing?
Hi, how you doing?
Orlando McAllister, City College.
Who?
Orlando from the City College of New York.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm a retired professor. I put 20 years in. So, and what is your role with the MTA?
Nothing. I'm the union president.
The union? Okay.
TW Local 100 union president.
Yeah, because I heard some of your speech and you said, why should your workers be attacked the way they're being attacked?
They're my workers. They're my members.
Yeah.
They're my members and their workers.
Right.
Yeah.
So how many years have you been doing this?
Elected in a union position, 38 and a half years. president about 4.5 years. Our families ride the trains. I want to make them safe. We just went through a massive pandemic where people were dying. You know, let's do the right thing here. You know, let's do the right thing. For once, let's do the right thing.
And the right thing is
The right thing is to put more police, more social workers, fix the shelters for the homeless so when they go there, they don't leave, that they get help, they get medication, they get some training, they get something, a lease on life again, you know?
I remember growing up in Crown Heights, and there were more police officers back then. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, see, the other thing in the transit, years ago, the police used to be under the transit direction. And because crime went down,
Right.
they moved them into the NYPD.
Look at that.
And now they're not still, now the crime is back. They should move, they should put them back here now and because we have a problem here.
That's an important point.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
In other words, how did this happen? And there it is, the transition.
That's part of the problem. Yep.
Look at that.
All right, buddy?
So let's
All
get
right.
back to it.
Okay.
All right.